Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at fire stands and different pot hanging systems. So as per usual, we're going to get the water on for our tea right away. So when you're talking about fire stands, as you can see here in the pictures, there are various types and sizes of stands that you can use. The elevated fire stand is typically used for convenience if you want it up off the ground so you can stand and cook over a small cooking fire. We often use the cooking stands to elevate the fire up off the ground in wet conditions, or really if it's drier conditions and you're worried about things maybe getting away from you a little bit, the fire stand can help mitigate that by getting it up off the ground. It drastically helps with fires in conditions that you're worried about it burning into the ground. If the ground is really full of peat moss and stuff like that, then it's a good system to use to elevate the fire off and mitigate that hazard completely. We often use these fire stands. We've got 3-4 different camps running right now that utilize the fire stands. Our river camp, a couple bushcraft camps at the cabin, and our base camp. We find them a very good system. They are definitely worth the time and effort to put into them, and the peace of mind it gives you in knowing that you don't have to worry about fires burning into the ground, or like I said, if the ground is really wet, you don't have to worry about trying to, you know, light a fire in a soaking wet environment. Water's boiling away. We'll pull that off there. Move you guys back. So this time we're going to go with some spruce needle tea. When you're making spruce needle tea, you want to use the young new growth. It is definitely will alleviate a lot of the more bitter taste that you get with the older spruce needles. Another type of pot hanging system is to simply use a tripod like we've been using here at the boys' day camp. Every time for tea time so far we've been coming here. Tripod is a very effective way to hang a pot, and it gets the job done. Probably the most popular way. It's got a few negatives. The base takes up quite a bit of room, and you're walking around a bigger sort of a format than you do with other types of pot hanging systems. But easy to make, just requires a little bit of cordage that you can find in your environment or bring in with you. Spruce roots work absolutely fine for lashing together a quick tripod to hang a pot if need be. You can make nettle cordage. You can use just a hank of paracord with a marlin spike hitch into a T-handle that you can use to cross through the bale of your pot. It's also very effective. Your cordage won't burn because it's protected from the direct flame by the pot. So a tripod is probably the most popular way, very effective way. Just like I said, the negative of it is that it takes up a little bit of room around your camp and your fire. If you're looking for a more elaborate system, or you want to get away from something bigger, cumbersome, that takes up space around your camp, like a tripod that can have a pretty big footprint, you can always make something similar to the rotating hanging pot system that I utilized in my solo Polish Lavu camp. It's a little more labor intensive to make that, but as you can see here, it makes a very, very good hanging pot system. Very, very functional. It's nice that you can rotate it out of the way. Completely free of your fire, your sitting area, so when you go to light the fire, when you go to you have a bunch of people, they're sitting around the fire, when you're generally not using it, you can rotate it right out of the way easily by yourself, quickly, very effortlessly. It's not a pain in the butt to do it at all. And in that particular one, I think I made a 3-stage bale stick. You don't necessarily need to do that. Again, you can use a hank of cordage with a marlin spike hitch if you choose. And that's a lot more of a fancier hanging system, but sometimes you got the time and you want to do that sort of stuff. So just a few of the ways that you can hang a pot over the fire. There are plenty of other ways to do it, but these are just a few that we have utilized in our camps of late that we thought that we would poke interest to. Ones that are really easy, some that require just a little bit of time, and some that require a bit more time but are quite a bit fancier. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time,